Hi, welcome back to Making It with Minglet. Today, on my desk, you will find some kind of odd items, but these have been in a stack of things that were kind of grouped together to make little signatures. And you'll notice that they're heart themed, except for this one. This was off of a business card, and I've added it to some of my gel prints and strips, and I thought that turned out nice. That was a cleaning your desk off kind of situation. But then these, let me go through them one at a time. You know how you save cards, and you don't know exactly why you're saving them, but you do, and eventually they get dusty. You have to second guess what you're going to do with them. So I was going through cards and I ran across these with the hearts on them, and I thought, okay, I can work with that. So I took quite a few pages or made pages out of greeting cards. Most of them were either anniversaries, birthdays, between my husband and I. So I have some blank pages, but those pages have places on them that are embossed. So there's a couple of things that can happen with those. I've made some pockets, and I added the full. This is wallpaper. It was free to me, so I've tried to use it. This one I thought was really cool. It's got a heart, and it says, "To my husband, even in the darkest nights, I know I can reach out and find your hand, and you find mine." And with lots of love, there's hearts, and it says "my Valentine." And this was something I made on a live stream, a little tag that I stuck in there. Now that might not be all that gets in there. We'll just have to wait and see. But the pages that have things like this on it, I may put a pocket over this and then make it to where I can put something inside. But this piece right here is clean. I can do anything with that. This, on the other hand, is slick, and it's going to require, some prep of that page, or either I can add some cardstock. I can use some of my 12 by 12 papers that I have. So that's something that I will be doing with these. But I thought, hey, why not use them? Instead of having them in a box gathering dust. So this in itself could be one whole little journal. It's not huge, but it's got lots of interesting things going on, and I will be adding to it. I've got some hearts that I want to do some things with. And I did try to coordinate colors a little bit, but there's lots of opportunities in here. Now I'm going to put this to the side and get it out of my way. Now this one, I think this one had some Mother's Day things in it, but that's floral on the front. There's some hearts and flowers. Here's a page that needs to be addressed. See, I've got all kinds of textures and all kinds of colors going on here, so it leaves a lot of opportunity. And I just took and glued paper bag on this. This has been around for a long time. We moved into our house in 1986, and on Father's Day, I bought this card for my husband, and it was an accordion. It opened up, and there was just a whole bunch of little teddy bears, and gave him a card from our kittens, which were our fur babies at the time. We had a set of kittens. See, this needs to be, something needs to happen here, something needs to happen here. But these are good opportunities. Happy 50th birthday. Yeah, that was a fun one. Here's the next one. And this came off of a little tiny book, and I made a belly band there. More Valentines. We don't even buy cards for each other anymore. We just kind of go eat and have fun, and don't spend the money on the card. Here's one of the other little bears. And this I used kind of I crumpled the paper and then I laid it out so it's got texture on it. And I don't know what I'll do with it at this point. I could actually come in and put some color on these creases to make them pop. You know, that's something that'll be decided. Here's one of the other little teddy bears. They were all different little colors. And that is just where I had that wallpaper out and popped it in there. So that's that one. And like you can see, there's lots of things that can be done with it. And this is next to the last one. This will need some kind of cover. My partner, my love. Celebrating our good times. Celebrating with you. Love you. And I thought this has always been a very pretty card to me. So I made it to where it would open up all the way. And I would not lose any part of it. A pocket. And I loved this card. It had like a little tear on it, but that's okay. I think that this would be a really nice background to be able to duplicate. Definitely some mixed media going on there. It's got stars, clouds, the swirls, the checkered. So that would be a nice opportunity for some layering. Made a flap out of a piece of cardboard. So I could actually put like a little mini journal in there if I wanted to. Carried on the theme with the butterflies. And then I have this pocket here. And this pocket on the back. It's just got some stuff stuffed in it for now. So that's, let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the 5th one. And these were all stacked together, but they were not sewn together. So I went ahead and sewed them together. I took it downstairs and watched TV and poked holes and just figured, okay. This one's got a pocket. No, a flap. A flap. There's hearts. And this, I don't know what I was thinking. I think it's a little bit too heavy, and I'm not crazy about it. Plus, some of it had stuck over on this side. So that is probably going to get, I didn't have this tool when I was down there. I will probably pull that off, and this is probably going to, something else is going to happen with that. Just some pink paper out of a card. This is some of the wallpaper, but it had the pink pull. I kind of thought that was handy. Now this is the same textured stuff, and it did okay over here, but on the other page it did not. I might have closed it before it dried. I'm not real sure, but it just needs some fixing. And this page, I probably will use some gesso on this and try to keep as much of it as I can intact, but, you know, covering up the greeting part. And that's the end of that. So those were easy to put together, and I just sat there and sewed them up, and they did really well. Now I'm going to grab a piece of white cardstock. I had this on my desk when I first started out this morning. So let me show you. I have got Happy Mail. This one is from Beth Schuler. She sent some Happy Mail from Florida. And these are our snippets. And then she sent me some really pretty paper, which actually will probably go into one of those pages that need some help, because the colors are really perfect for that. But let me let me get it a little closer where you can get a good look at it. Lots of fun. And these are really fun to make. She stamped the date on it, and she also put her stamp on it, which I think is really, really cool. She also included some really pretty washi tape on the back. If I might be able to recycle that, and if I can, I certainly will. Got a cat, got some lace, happy day, some nice warm coffee. I tell you, I've been tearing the coffee up with these icy storms. And this is what's from Beth, and then I have one other. I had it in my hand when I come up here. Nope, I know what I did with it. Hold on. It's just made its way upstairs. I really didn't come up here while we were trying to keep the room warm. Okay, this one's from Linda and Tim, and they're from Texas. And they also did the swap. And they sent all kinds of fun things. We've got our snippet bookmarks. Sun, moon, and map. There's a crab on there. And this is what I loved. These little cows, the little animals, are adorable. And look at that pretty, pretty paper. We got a moon. We got a moth. There's writing in the background. So there's lots of different fun layers. Got a two-sided journal card. It's got a flamingo on it. And inside the envelope, they sent some stars. And I like these. They're on, it looks like black cardstock. And they have some printed paper behind it. And then they've added some stamps to it. And then they have double-sided on the back as well. This one has a stamp from India for $1, and then it has a violin back behind it. It's got some stitch marks on it, and it shows it's from Linda and Tim. So I want to say thank you for the Happy Mail. It's always fun to do exchanges. Oh, and they put, Linda and Tim put these fun stickers on with the animals. And then there's one here on the front. So there's lots of fun on the envelope. The envelope's also lavender, which will fit with the colors that I have in those journals. So I can see using either one of these for additional things for my journals. That's all I'm going to do for you today. I appreciate you stopping by. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I would appreciate it if you should hit that thumbs up. And if you want to come around for future videos, you know, hit that subscribe button, and it'll let you know when I put a new video up. I do not have a particular schedule because I have to base it on what my health requirements are for the day. So, you know, if I don't feel like climbing the steps, then that kind of sets my goal there. I just take care of myself and do what I've got to do. But I know all of you, there's many of you that deal with issues, and I understand completely. You do what you can with what you got, whatever the day brings. So until next time, be well, my friends, and thank you for stopping by. Bye bye.